Okay, today let us discuss about the Wayne bridge. So Wayne bridge is nothing but another form of a bridge which is used to find the frequency. To find the frequency. So that means that the applied signal frequency can be easily determined by using the Wayne bridge. So this Wayne bridge also consists of four arms. In one arm, it has a series combination of R and C, and in the adjoining arm, it has a parallel combination of R and C. Okay, so that means the brain bridge will have four arms. In out of four arms, in two arms we have a combination of resistance and capacitance. So in one arm we have a series combination, and in another arm we have a parallel combination. Okay, so that constitutes nothing but a Wayne bridge. This Wayne bridge is used to design to measure the frequency. This Wayne bridge is used to design to measure the frequency. It not only measures the frequency, it can be also used to find the unknown capacitor value. It is also used to find the unknown capacitance value. So here the unknown capacitance value, it may be a C1 or it may be C3 or both C1 and C3, whatever it may be. But the thing is that we should know the frequency of operation. When you know the frequency of operation, we can easily find the capacitance value. So otherwise it cannot be possible. Okay, so the Wayne bridge can be used to measure the frequency and as well as used to measure the unknown capacitance value also. Okay, and coming to the Wayne bridge circuit. So this is the Wayne bridge circuit, and we have four arms. The four arms constitute nothing but Z1, Z2, Z3, and Z4. So this is Z1, and this is Z2, and Z3, and we have Z4, and here the Z1 arm, that is the first arm, is in series combination with R and C, is in series combination with R and C. So therefore Z1 is equal to R1 plus the reactance of the capacitance, which is equal to minus J by omega C1, which is equal to minus J by omega C1, or sometimes it can be written R1 plus JXC, R1 plus XC, which is nothing but the reactance of the capacitance, where XC is nothing but minus 1 by J omega C, minus 1 by J omega C. Okay, so here C is nothing but C1, and therefore we replace it by XC, and therefore we'll get the equation Z1 is equal to R1 minus J omega C1. In the similar manner, in arm Z3, there is a parallel combination of R and C. There is a parallel combination of R and C. So therefore, instead of taking impedance, we can take admittance. Such that it can be calculated clearly, easily. Okay, so therefore, so Z3 is nothing but which is equal to 1 by Y3. Z3 is nothing but equal to 1 by Y3. And here the thing is that C3 is in parallel with R3. C3 is in parallel with R3, and therefore, so we have the equation nothing but minus J by omega C3 into R3 by R3 plus minus of J by omega C3, minus J by omega C3. So 1 by J omega C3 will get, if you take a common and we simplify that one, so we will get it as Y3 is equal to 1 by R3 plus J omega C3. Y3 is equal to 1 by R3 plus J omega C3. So which is nothing but Y3. So here we'll calculate Z3 first, and we reverse it one, then we'll have Y3. If we reverse this one, then we'll have Y3. In a similar manner, Y3 is equal to 1 by R3 plus J omega C3. Now, we know that in order to make the bridge balance, so we have the balance equation, that is Z1, Z4 is equal to Z2, Z3. So this is Z1 and Z4, and this is Z2 and this is Z3. So Z1, Z4 is equal to Z2, Z3. That is not make the bridge balance. So in this one, we know the value of Z1. So Z1 is this one, and we know the value of Z2. Z2 is R2, and we know Z4 is R4. Z4 is R4, and in case of Z3, we have to replace it by Y3. We have to replace it by in terms of Y3, and therefore Z1 Z4 is equal to Z2. Instead of Z3, we are replacing by 1 by Y3. We are replacing it by 1 by Y3. Okay, and therefore Z2 is equal to, in this manner, Z2 is equal to, so Z1, Z4 and Z, Z4 and Y3. Z1, Z4 and Y3. So this is by now. So therefore Z2 is equal to Z1, Z4 and Y3. So this constitutes nothing but the equation. So in this equation, substitute the related parameters. Substituting the related parameters. Here the related parameters are not nothing but Z2 is equal to R2, అలాగే Z4 is equal to R4, Z4 is equal to R4, and in place of Z1, so which is nothing but R1 minus J omega C1, R1 minus J by omega C1, and in case of Y3, it is nothing but 1 by R3 plus J omega C3, 1 by R3 plus J omega C3. Now multiplying these two things, and 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 uh, and we separate the imaginary parts and the real parts, separating the imaginary parts and the real parts, and now equating the real parts and the imaginary parts. Now equating the real parts and the imaginary parts. So the real part is nothing but equal to R2 is equal to R1 R4 by R3 plus C3 R4 by C1. So that is the real part. So R2, this is the real part. And coming to the imaginary part, there is no j term on the left side. There is no j term on the left side, and therefore, so this may be treated as R2 plus J0. This may be treated as R2 plus J0, R2 plus J0, R2 plus J0. So therefore, so J term is nothing but, and the 0 should be equal to this term. 0 should be equal to the second term, that is R4 by omega C1 R3 minus omega C3 R1 R4. So that is the way, that is the case here. So that is equal to R2 by omega C1 R3 minus omega C3 R1 R4 is equal to 0. Now, and now, so this equation, so here in this way we take R4 as common. In this equation, take R4 as common, and you send to the left side. So we have the ratio R2 by R4. So we have the ratio R2 by R4. We have the ratio R2 by R4, which is equal to R1 by R3 plus C3 by C1. R1 by R3 plus C3 by C1. So this is the one of the condition to make the bridge balance. This is one of the condition to make the bridge balance. Similarly, from this equation, so here also R4 by omega C1 R3 is equal to omega C3 R1 R4. So in this manner, R4 will get cancelled. We'll get it as 1 by omega C1 R3 is equal to omega C3 R1. So this is the another equation. So that means that these two equations are the two conditions in order to make the bridge balance. Okay, the equation 2, take it as equation 2. This equation 2 represents nothing but the ratio of the two arms R2 by R4, represents the ratio of the arms R2 by R4, and whereas the equation 3 represents the frequency. Equation 3 represents the frequency. So if we satisfy the equation 2, and if the bridge is excited, for the frequency as per the equation 3, if the bridge is excited as per the frequency in the expression 3, So then we can say the bridge is balanced. Then we can say the bridge is balanced. So this equation 3 can be further reduced to, so omega square is equal to 1 by C1 R1 R3 C3, and which is equal to squaring on both sides, that is taking square root on both sides, and therefore omega is equal to 1 by root C1 R1 R3 C3. So and thus omega is nothing but 2 pi f. So f is equal to 1 by 2 pi root C1 R1 C3 R3. So in most of the cases, so R1 R3 is equal to R. We put it as the same values and similar values. C1 C3, C1 C3 is equal to C, and therefore this equation is further reduced to F is equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. This equation is further reduced to 1 by 2 pi RC. So for the same combination, when we substitute the same values in equation 2, when you substitute the same value in equation 2, so therefore R1 by R3 is nothing but R by R, C3 by C1 is nothing but C by C. So therefore everything will get cancelled and we have 1 more plus 1. So therefore the equation 2 will becomes R2 by R4 is equal to 2. R2 by R4 is equal to 2. So therefore R2 is 2 times R4. R2 is 2 times R4 and F is equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. So in most of the cases, we use this combination that R1, R3 is equal to R and C1, C3 is equal to C, such that in order to make the bridge very easily, in order to make the circuit very easily. Okay, that is the thing. And the same thing we have explained here. The two conditions for bridge balance are nothing but equation 2 and equation 3. And here the equation 2 determines nothing but the resistance ratio of R2 by R4, and expression 3 determines nothing but the frequency of the applied voltage. If the equation 2 is satisfied and the bridge is excited with the frequency equal to equation 3, then the bridge is said to be balanced. So in most of the Wien bridge circuits, the components that we are choosing are nothing but R1, R3 is equal to R and C1, C3 is equal to C. And therefore, the equation is reduced to R2 by R4 is equal to 2, and the equation 3 reduced to F is equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. So which refers to nothing but the general equation for the frequency of the bridge circuit, which refers to nothing but the general equation for frequency of the bridge circuit. Okay, and this bridge is used for measuring frequency in the audio range. This bridge circuit is useful for measuring the frequency in audio range. We know that the audio range is normally divided into 20 to 20 kilohertz. That is 20 hertz, 200 hertz, 2 kilohertz, and up to 20 kilohertz ranges. So these ranges are set by the resistances. These audio ranges are set by the resistances, and the capacitors C1, C3 are used for fine frequency control. Are used for finding the frequency control within the range. The range is nothing but these 20, 200, 2K and 20 kilohertz. These ranges can be normally done by using the resistances, that is R1 and R3, and the C1 and C3 are used for fine tuning of the frequency control. Okay, so this bridge is not only used for measuring the frequency, but it can also use for measuring the capacitance also. So in measuring the capacitance, the frequency operation must be known. The frequency operation should be known. Then only you can find the capacitor value. Okay. So this Wien bridge has accuracy of 0.5% to 1%. Okay. And this is frequency sensitive. This is frequency sensitive. So therefore, when the input is not a purely sinusoidal waveform, when the input is not purely sinusoidal waveform, it is very difficult to balance the bridge. It is very difficult to balance the bridge, and therefore, unless until you apply pure sinusoidal waveform, then only we can easily balance the bridge. Then only we can easily balance the bridge. Why? Because it is frequency sensitive. It is frequency sensitive. And the final thing is nothing but the bridge is also used in harmonic distortion analyzer as a notch filter, and it can be used in audio frequency or radio frequency oscillators as a frequency determining element. As a frequency determining element. So this is about the Wien bridge. So Wien bridge is nothing but it also consists of four arms, and in four arms, out of the four arms, in two arms we have RC combinations. In one arm we have RC in series with capacitor, and in another arm, that is adjoining arm, we have a parallel combination of R and C. Okay, this bridge is mainly designed to measure the frequency. Okay, and it is not only used to find the frequency, but it can also use it to find the unknown capacitor value. But in order to find the unknown capacitor value, we have to know the frequency of operation of the signal. We have to know the frequency operation of the signal. So coming to the circuit, so we have the equation, we have the arms, so Z1, Z2, Z3, and Z4, we have the arms. In Z1 arm, R1 and C1 are in series with each other, and therefore it can be taken as Z1 is equal to R1 minus J by omega C1. And in case of Z2, it is nothing but R2 directly. But in case of Z3, it is a parallel combination of R and C3, R3 and C3. Since there is a parallel combination, then instead of taking impedance, we can take admittance as well. We can take admittance. So therefore, by simplifying the values and rearrange the terms, we can have admittance. So that is Y3 is equal to 1 by R3 plus J omega C3. 1 by R3 plus J omega C3. Now using the bridge balance equation, so Z1 Z4 is equal to Z2 Z3. Z1 Z4 is equal to Z2 Z3, but Z3 is equal to 1 by Y3. Z2 is equal to 1 by Y3, and therefore Z1 Z4 is equal to Z2 by Y3, and this implies Z2 is equal to Z1 Z4 and Y3. Now substitute the value of the impedances values. So therefore Z2 can be taken as R2, and Z4 can be taken as R4. So here there is R4, Z4 is R4, and in place of Z1 we are replacing by the equation R1 minus J by omega C1, and in place of Y3 we are replacing equation 1 by R3 plus J omega C3. And now, so multiplying each other and dividing the real parts and the imaginary parts. Okay, and segregating the real parts and the imaginary parts, and equating the real parts and the imaginary parts on both sides. Equating the real parts and the imaginary parts on both sides. So on the left side we have only the real part, there is no imaginary part, and therefore the imaginary part should be taken to the 0. It can be taken as 0, but in the here we have the real part, therefore R2 is equal to R1 R4 by R3 plus C3 R4 by C1. So equating real and imaginary parts, so we have R2 is equal to this equation, and the imaginary part equation is this one, and from the equation of R2, so R4 is taken common, R4 is taken to the left side, and therefore we have the ratio R2 by R4 is equal to R1 by R3 plus C3 by C1. So take it as equation 2. Take this as equation 2, and while coming to the other equation, that is R4 by omega C1 R3 minus omega C3 R1 R4 is equal to 0. Therefore take the second term to the right side, and therefore we have R4 will get cancelled. When R4 will get cancelled, we have the equation 1 by omega C1 R3 is equal to omega C3 R1. This is taken as equation 3. This equation is further reduced to find the frequency. F is equal to 1 by 2 pi root C1 R1 C3 R3. So these are the, so here we have two conditions here, that is equation 2 and equation 3 are the conditions in order to make the bridge balance. Okay, here the equation 2 represents nothing but the ratio of the arms R2 by R4, and the equation represents the frequency component. And if you satisfy the equation 2 and if you excite the bridge for the expression that is as in the equation 3, we can say the bridge is balanced. At that time we can make the bridge is balanced. Now, so in most of the Wien bridge circuits, So we take the components as R1 R3 is equal to R and C1 C3 is equal to 3. So when I take these components as these values, so that is R1 R3 is equal to R, C1 C3 is equal to R, and therefore the equation 2 reduces to R2 by R4 is equal to 2, and in case of equation 4 it reduces to F is equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. Okay, and so therefore these equations are referred to nothing but the equation general equation for frequency of the bridge circuit. The equation F is equal to 1 by 2 pi RC refer to nothing but the general equation for frequency of the bridge circuit. So this bridge is used to measure the frequency in audio range, and this audio range is normally segregated into 20, 200K, 200, 20K and 2K. That is 20, 200, 2K and 20 kilohertz ranges, and these ranges are segregated by using the resistances, and for frequency control we use the capacitors. So this bridge is not only used for measuring the frequency, but it can also use for measure the capacitance value. But the thing is that we have to know the frequency of operation. It has the accuracy of 0.5% to 1%, and since it is frequency selective, so only purely sinusoidal waveform can able to balance the bridge. Can able to balance the bridge. Okay, and this bridge is also used in a hormone distortion analyzer as a notch filter, and also it is used in audio frequency and radio frequency oscillators as a frequency determining element, and this is about the Wien bridge. And next, so we will see the Maxwell's Wien bridge. Next we will see the Maxwell Wien bridge. So this Maxwell's Wien bridge is exclusively used to find the unknown inductance in terms of the capacitance. Unknown inductance in terms of the capacitance. Here the unknown inductance that are we have to find is nothing but L3. Unknown inductance is nothing but L3, and we have the unknown resistance is nothing but R3 as well. Okay. Now this Maxwell bridge, already we know that in Maxwell bridge equation one of the arm is in parallel with the in parallel RC combination, that is C1 and R1. Now under balanced bridge condition we have Z1 Z3 is equal to Z2 Z4, and balanced equation this is Z1 Z2 Z3 Z4. So Z1 Z3 is equal to Z2 Z4, the balance condition, and here Z1 is nothing but the parallel combination of C1 and R1. Parallel combination of C1 and R1. So therefore, you can make it as 1 by Z1 is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by J X C1. So which is equal to 1 by R1 plus J omega C1, and which in turn is equal to 1 plus J omega C1 R1 by R1. Okay, and therefore Z1 is equal to R1 by 1 plus J omega C1 R1. Okay, now C1 R1. So that is the Z1 value. And what about Z3? So Z3 is nothing but the combination of R3 plus L3. R3 plus L3. So L3 can be replaced by its impedance value, that is J omega L3. That is J omega L3. That is what? Z3 is nothing but R3 plus J omega L3. And Z2 is nothing but R2, and Z4 is nothing but R4. Now substituting in the balanced equation. In place of Z1, we are placing by R1 by 1 plus J omega C1 R1, and in place of Z3, we are placing R3 plus J omega L3, which is equal to, so Z2 can be replaced by R2 and Z4 can be replaced by R4. Now multiplying and equating the real and imaginary parts, we have so R1 R3 is equal to R2 R4. R1 R3 is equal to R2 R4, and omega L3 R1 is equal to omega C1 R1 R2 R4. C1 R2 R4. So that is the two equations. So this R1, R3 in this one, the unknown value is nothing but R3. So R3 is equal to R2 by R1 plus R1, R2 by R2 into R4 by R1. So this is the unknown resistance. And from this equation, we have the omega, j omega will cancel. So therefore, L3 is equal to so R1 also get cancelled, and therefore L3 is equal to C1 R2 R4. L3 is equal to C1 R2 R4, and therefore the unknown resistance value R3 and the unknown inductance value RL3 can be easily determined here. So that is about the Maxwell's Wien bridge. So today we have studied about the Wien bridge and well as Maxwell's Wien bridge. And tomorrow we will see about the Anderson bridge and Q meter. Okay.